often turn to nonprofits for help in these times of need, but during the pandemic, they're also feeling the financial pinch. Tonight, News 5's ALASYN Zimmerman shows us how a local resource making sure they're able to keep helping at a time when help is hard to find.
The Pikes Peak Community Foundation started this emergency grant program about 6 weeks ago. In that time, they've given out about $850,000 to 56 nonprofits in the area. It's a start, but there's still a need for some of our local services.
It's hard for all of us.
Diane Price runs Early Connections Learning Centers in the Springs.
Really hard, I think, for our staff just being on the front lines themselves.
A nonprofit providing child care to low-income families. They kept their doors open as many of the families they serve work in those essential jobs.
CNAs, grocery workers.
And as some families opted not to bring their kids here, Price was concerned about how long they could keep running.
So when we first started looking at that, we thought maybe we could stay open for a month, maybe 6 weeks.
More than anything, about 90% of their budget goes to paying the teachers here.
We were worried about salaries. We were worried about being able to stay open.
But nonprofits effectively are small businesses too.
The Pikes Peak Community Foundation was able to help out nonprofits like the Learning Center. They say while they're not necessarily in the same camp as restaurants, they still provide a big need during a time of crisis.
We're seeing people who have never used their services before.
While the additional money helps, it's only a portion of the need.
I think everyone's feeling a little nervous and everyone's feeling concerned.
Nonprofits rely on donors and events to raise money as a way to provide services for others. The community fund focuses heavily on the services needed right now.
Food, shelter, housing, access to medical care. We determined those were the most important needs, and that's what we've been funding.
Nonprofits can apply for help through federal programs such as the Payroll Protection Program, but Price says they were denied in the first round. She's hoping for better news as everyone works to get through this.
We all have to strategize and think about doing business differently.
The Pikes Peak Community Foundation says as they've been helping these nonprofits that they've identified as high needs, they've also been educating those nonprofits who may not be considered a high need right now on the federal resources that are available for them. They also tell me once the economy gets back on its feet, that's going to be another challenge they'll have to address. Always watching out for you, Southern Colorado. ALASYN Zimmerman, News 5.